Hello traders. March 2020 has been a rather volatile month. Indices and even currency pairs, the volatility just shot through the roof because of this whole COVID-19 thing that we are in. So I get asked a very common question. Is volatility going to stay like this indefinitely? My honest opinion is no. If we are not in this situation that we are in, volatility normally will not be that high. So the next question I get asked is, so what volatility does these currencies normally have? Now if you go and watch currency pairs, every single currency pair is technically on high volatility, regardless of the pair. But in this video, I will shed some light on that question and I'll rank all the currency pairs based on their normal volatility, not the current times, based on their normal volatility. So hence the title, ranking currencies based on volatility. And I'm your speaker, Andy Chin. I'm a chartered market technician and also a certified financial technician holder. So we do have 8 most commonly traded currencies, and in here I share all the 8. So first we have US dollar, then we have the Euro dollar, then next we have the Great Britain pound, Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and at the last we have Japanese yen. So you can see I separated it into 2 different rows. The first row is currency pairs that are normally active during Western hours. So that's what we normally call the Euro and the US hours. These are the 5 currency pairs that normally will be more active during that hours. And for the bottom row, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and even Japanese yen, they're normally only active during Asian hours. So you got to understand the difference between these 2 rows, and I put it so that you guys can differentiate easier. And out of these 8, when you cross pair around, you will get 28 different currency pairs. And I will share later which are the more volatile one and which are the less volatile one. So medium to high volatility currency is normally the Euro and also the British pound. And medium volatility currency is the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, US dollar, and Japanese yen. Next we have low to medium volatility currency, which in this category only Swiss franc. And last we have low volatility currency, which is New Zealand dollar. So I combined the pairs for you, and here is the list of it. High volatility currency pairs in this category, we have 6 of it. We have the British pound against Canadian dollar, we have British pound against Australian dollar, British pound against New Zealand dollar. Next we have Euro against Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar, and even New Zealand dollar. So you can see majority of the high volatility pair is actually dominated by British pound and even Euro, and that cross across Canadian, Australian dollar, and New Zealand dollar. But generally these 6 currency pairs are the most that has the highest volatility among all the 28 pairs. What do I mean by high volatility pair? It means that a single move within the hour or within 4 hours, you can expect to have easily maybe 50 pips over in a single move in these 6 pairs. But bear in mind, high volatility pair also means that if you were to trade any of these pairs and it goes the opposite direction of where you enter, it could cause heavy losses as well. High volatility doesn't necessarily mean higher profits, doesn't mean that way. Next, we have medium volatility currency pair, and here you can see there's a whole bunch of things here. But let me shed some light to this. So first we have the first row, GBP pairs, GBP against the US dollar, against the Japanese yen, and even the Swiss franc. And in this category of the whole medium volatility, normally a single move you can expect to get maybe roughly around 20, 30, or even up to 50 pips in a single move within the hour or within 4 hours. And next we have Euro pairs, Euro against the US dollar, Japanese yen, and against British pound. But Euro USD is not always at medium volatility. Sometimes there will be a period of time where it's low, there will not be much movement, but oftentimes you will get some sort of a medium volatility, so it's low to medium kind of volatility. Whereas on the Euro against the Japanese yen, it's more to medium to high volatility pair, although oftentimes you will see it ranging around the medium volatility basis, but it's more to medium to high. And we have USD CAD, USD Japanese yen, and even USD against the Swiss franc. So these three USD CAD, USD yen, and USD Swiss franc, these three pairs are also roughly low to medium volatility base. And the other few pairs, we have Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, and even the US dollar. These three are also low to medium volatility. CAD, Canadian dollar against Swiss franc and Japanese yen, and then we have New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar and Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So these are all the pairs under the medium volatility category. And lastly, we have the low volatility currency pair. Normally, you do not expect much from these pairs. Reason possibly being that we take, let's say, Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar, because we have two different economies, but these two economies are quite closely related. That's why you will see some of these cross pairs that they have low volatility, because one of the reasons could be their economies are quite closely correlated and things like this. So in the low volatility category, these pairs are normally, you won't get much movement out of it. It's not to say it's not nice to trade. It's actually quite good to trade, especially for new beginners who are just testing on the market and you do not know where to start. So you can actually start off with this low volatility currency pair. Although I do advise against trying the Australian dollar against New Zealand dollar, or even the euro against the Swiss franc. These two among the 6 low volatility currency pair, they are the toughest to trade because of their correlation of the economies. So they are quite tough to trade. And there you go. I ranked everything for you guys and hope that you guys will benefit something out of this. If you do learn something or two, be sure to leave a like below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and there's a link below to my Facebook page where I do update my analysis, daily analysis for Dow Jones Index and even Hang Seng Index. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.